violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. But I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, YouTube? It's a Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get into the video.
Breaking news, Atlanta Police Department is investigating a homicide.
Let's get straight out to CBS 46's Lana Harris at the breaking news desk, watching what's developing.
Good morning. Yeah, so this call came in just before 5:30 this morning at the ZD Townhomes on Forest Hills Drive Southwest in Atlanta. And we do.
So, guys, look at these. They call them townhomes, but, you know, basically an apartment complex. It's like that. In these townhomes, in these apartment complex, live in close quarters with all these other super gremlins on demon time. It's bound to go down.
We do have a crew on scene where you can see a live look at the police presence that is there now. And police have just confirmed to us 2 men were fighting over a gun when one of them was fatally shot. The other one was injured. At last check, we were told the victim's body was still on the property. Now, we are working to get more details on this, and we'll bring you those updates as they come in. At the breaking news desk, I'm Lana Harris, CBS 46 News.
Well, new on WSB tonight, kids running and screaming for help moments after a woman was shot inside her home. Police say the shooter shot the house from the road.
And George.
The shooter shot the house from the roof? That's different. That is different. You know, we've had in Atlanta, we've had drive-by shootings. We've had scoot-by shootings where they were on the little bird scooters. But now we have roof-by shootings.
Was shot inside her home. Police say the shooter shot the house from the road.
And George, frightening to also hear this.
Did they say the road or the roof? I can't even hear what
Was
this
shot
man's
inside
saying.
her home. Police say the shooter shot the house from the road.
And George,
Okay.
frightening to also hear.
From the road. So he might have been walk-by shooting. I don't know, but if it was really the roof, that would have been crazy.
Hear this, there were a number of children inside the home at the time. It happened at a house in Stonecrest. Channel 2's Justin Carter is live at DeKalb County Police Headquarters.
DeKalb County, it's hot.
For us tonight. And Justin, we've learned right now the woman is in the hospital.
Wendy, George, that is right. We're told that 40-year-old woman is fighting for her life in critical condition at the hospital. But what a scary moment on Chupway Road there. Investigators believe that woman was shot inside her house, but those bullets were being fired from the outside.
About 6 or 7 gunshots.
Trey Scott says that he jumped up, looked outside his window, and saw children running across the street.
I saw the kids, they were running out of the house. They was talking about their mom, you know, screaming that their mom had been shot.
Our camera is capturing a sea of evidence markers on Chupway Road. It happened around 5:45 Monday evening. DeKalb County Police believe at least 9 people were inside this townhome when the shot started. Investigators say at least 1 bullet pierced through the home, striking a woman inside. She was rushed to the hospital.
I know the mother, I think she does have a lot of children in the home, so it was about 6 or 7 children inside.
Dang, 6 or 7 kids. And you got a dude just pulling up and spraying into the crib. I told you, it doesn't matter. Women, children, these super gremlins are on demon time.
At the home when this occurred.
Neighbors say the woman's children range in age from about 25 to as young as 2 years old. They say she never bothered anyone, and the children were always outside playing. Muriel Neal's 4 grandchildren live nearby. She was dropping them home from school right after this all unfolded.
You know, you don't feel safe anymore. Not even senior citizens, not even, you know what I'm saying? Nobody really feels comfortable.
You heard what she said. Nobody in the community feels safe. Nobody feels comfortable. It's sad when you got older women in the community fearing for their safety. Okay?
It's just horrible that children were involved in this. Now, police say they have no suspects. They are actively working to locate a shooter. If you know anything at all about this case, you are urged to contact DeKalb County Police. We are live here in front of the DeKalb County Police Department headquarters. I'm Justin Carter, WSB Tonight.
Those details, Justin, they are something.
A Sunday night gun battle in a neighborhood bordering downtown Atlanta. Atlanta police say that several young men drew weapons and fired dozens of rounds in the community known as Castleberry Hill.
A homeowner tells Fox 5 he heard a loud argument and, quote, ducked for cover.
Dang. They done brought this mess to Castleberry Hill. This is supposed to be a better neighborhood, more affluent neighborhood. It doesn't matter, man. They everywhere. These super gremlins are on demon time.
Fox 5's Morse Diggs tells us the violence in this neighborhood has been seen several times.
Now, the neighborhood where the gunplay happened, it's about a 10-minute walk from the Mercedes-Benz Stadium downtown. Typically, the Castleberry Hill neighbors, they're concerned about street racing over the weekend. But Sunday night, it wasn't the loud exhaust, but the very loud gunshots. Dozens of gunshots. In the Peter Street Station building, it wasn't a robbery that led the owner to cover a front window of a business. The cause, the same as the damage a Jeep owner looked at last night.
Never expected 30 to 40 gunshots going back and forth.
A gun battle, and not the first, in the downtown Castleberry Hill neighborhood just before 9 in the evening Sunday.
There was a very loud argument going on in the street.
Y'all heard him. What's that code for? A loud argument. What's that code for?
Thinking, boy, this thing is getting pretty heated. I hope these folks don't have guns.
And of course they did.
To cover because there was so many bullets flying.
Residents complain nightlife attracts some individuals who create all sorts of problems on the nearby streets.
No, nightlife attracts these super gremlins on demon time.
The police chief explains repeatedly that something small can turn violent. The homeowner thinks the argument may have started over parking.
I'm not sure if it was about parking, but the vehicle was double parked. On a Sunday night, it was a pleasant evening, and people are just hanging around, just sitting out there talking. People are walking their dogs.
You got to be surprised somebody wasn't killed last night.
I'm absolutely flabbergasted because of the volume and the close proximity.
What I tell you guys, thank God for the aim of the super gremlin on demon time.
To each other. Just a torrent of gunshots, probably 30 to 40.
Now, that homeowner you listen to, well, he's been in the neighborhood 10 years. He says he's going to try to stick it out. From Northeast Atlanta, I'm Morse Diggs, Fox 5 News.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Medgar Evers, and it's a very tranquil scene compared to just a couple hours ago where a drive-by shooting just took place. Excuse me, I'm getting live updates as we speak. I've just been updated to the amount of casualties from this drive-by shooting, and I'm getting reports that 2 people were actually declared deceased and 27 others were shot and injured but are in stable condition. And although we must pray for the families of the fallen, we must also praise God for the aim of the super gremlin. If you want to know more about the victims of this crime, make sure you add BGZM News 17 on Patreon at www.patreon.com/blackgenzmindset. Also, don't forget to like the video, share the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and comment on the video to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this gun violence in the streets. For more hard-hitting news coverage from the community, by the community, I'm Jenquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
And cut.
All right, dog. Let's get the out of here before these niggas come back.
Whoa.
Yo.
Whoa.
Ain't that nigga J.
Nah,
Clay?
that ain't me. That ain't me.
He just went live
That
with
ain't
that
me.
funky ass suit
That's
on.
that nigga. That's not me.
Hey, get that nigga.
Just play these assassins. Here live. Reporting from Atlanta, Georgia. Pray for me.
Grammy award-winning rapper and accused gang member is back before a judge today. Jeffrey Williams, known professionally as Young Thug, is...
You see he nervous, biting his lip. Maybe that's a little withdrawal tick. You know what I'm saying? Coming down off them drugs. Man, he finna have a... I don't think he's gonna beat this. It don't look like he gonna beat this. He finna have a hard time in prison.
Is expected to enter a plea any minute now. CBS 46's Rebecca Schramm is live outside the Fulton County Courthouse where Williams is being arraigned on a RICO charge. So Rebecca, what's the latest?
Lana, well, the hearing is actually still going on right now. In fact, up on the 8th floor here at the Fulton County Courthouse, several of the defendants charged in that massive gang indictment are entering not guilty pleas and asking for bond. Among the defendants whose cases are being heard, Grammy-winning rap artist Young Thug, whose real name is Jeffrey Williams. In court today, lead prosecutor Don Geary told the judge Williams is the top leader of the gang YSL, which stands for Young Slime Life. YSL is also the name of his record label. There's a conflict right now with whether his attorney, Brian Steele, can represent him for this hearing. So he has not yet entered a plea or asked for a bond hearing. As for two of the other main players, rapper Yak Gotti, whose real name is DeMonte Kendrick, his attorney said he intends to file for a bond hearing today. And rapper Gunna, whose real name is Sergio Kitchens, he entered a not guilty plea. His attorney asked for bond, but the prosecutor told the judge Kitchens is one of the top commanders.
So I did think that Gunna may be able to skirt some of these charges, but not so fast. They think that he is one of the top commanders in the YSL gang. And I mean, rightfully so, right? He's bringing in a lot of the money. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he was bringing in just as much, or if not more, than Young Thug, because he's hotter than Young Thug right now.
Under Young Thug, and said he's at risk for intimidating witnesses. Here's how the judge ruled.
That's my concern with the in terms of the danger to witnesses and the other folks that are tied to this. That is the court's concern, and given that proffer and given what has been stated thus far, I'm not inclined to grant bond at this point in time.
And we are listening as the judge is telling other defendants in this gang indictment, there are 28 in all, that he is denying bond. He's setting a trial date for January of 2023.
Woo! So they gotta sit till next year. It's OV. It's OV.
We'll continue monitoring the hearings and we'll let you know what else we learn. Live at the Fulton County Courthouse, Rebecca Schramm, CBS 46 News.
Very interesting update there for us. Thank you, Rebecca.
County in as count 20 or 22. I can't do that because we don't have venue under the Georgia Constitution. I do under RICO. So it is in RICO. Judge, he is indicted, if you will, in count 1 with Mr. Williams for having a stolen weapon, and I believe it's 4 counts of different drugs for possession with intent.
Okay, so these are this is the prosecutor reading out why Gunna was denied bond, and they're gonna give us a little information. They basically say that they were apparently followed by snipers, and I don't know if these were military or ex-military snipers or just like street dudes who claim to be snipers. But let's listen up.
And that is a pending case out of DeKalb County that they are on bond for. Okay? As to the predicates or the overts, he has 4 predicates, and those encompass that case in DeKalb. The other event Mr. Sadow spoke of, Judge, Mr. Sadow referenced that Mr. Kitchens is a rap star. I believe Mr. Williams is as well. In the songs they sing, They talk about being followed in their gang persona by snipers. They're always followed by snipers. I believe it was Brookhaven Police Department, Your Honor, made a traffic stop, 2 cars right next to each other. One.
Okay, so that's what they were referring to. Basically, in the songs, they rap about being followed by snipers, and then, you know, the charge that we went over with Gunna and Young Thug, where they were found with the drugs and guns. They were basically in a car, and then they had a car trailing them of, you know, goons, felons with weapons. So both of those vehicles were stopped, and they hem Young Thug up, and those are one of the charges that he was actually on probation for. So when they say he was followed by snipers, that means that, you know, he's using street guys as his security. And the issue with that is because they're not licensed, they're illegal possession of a firearm, especially most of these guys are felons. So why, and the reason why he does that is let's keep it a buck. He does that because he doesn't want to pay those guys top dollar. Okay, he doesn't want to pay security top dollar. He doesn't want to have to budget $150,000, $200,000 a year because he knows these dumbass super gremlins on demon time will do his bidding without any type of compensation. So these guys are over here following him with guns, taking penitentiary chances, and Young Thug is not paying them adequately. Maybe he's, you know, getting them on a track or whatever, letting them rap. But the reason why these rappers use their street dudes as security is because they don't want to pay them. That's literally it.
One in tow were stopped in Brookhaven, DeKalb County, doing approximately 25 miles an hour over the speed limit. Mr. Williams and Mr. Kitchens were in the first car. I do not believe, to my memory, that there were weapons in that car. In the next car was an AK-47 fully loaded. There were other weapons. There were 4 members. There were 4 members in that car, all stating they worked for Mr. Williams, and they were all heavily armed. They were arrested for those weapons, Judge. Now, Judge, Mr. Kitchens is not just an associate of YSL. He is actually in a command structure. He is one of the bosses. Now, he is not the boss. Our belief and our evidence will post that Mr. Williams is the boss of YSL. But Mr. Kitchens is in a command position, Judge. So not only is he involved in crimes in another county, he's actually involved with the leader of YSL. Judge, he is in videos basically stating that they have 10 100-round choppers, talking about weapons, talking about messing with them, you're going to die. They have a...
He said 10 100-round choppers.
I actually enjoyed this one. It was a video released on or about 12/18/20 where they said, just screw it. Take it to trial. I believe they even have a choice word in that one for the judge.
He said, take this the motherfucking trial. That's the song they talking about.
Gang violence and other kind of violence. So it is what it is.